obviously then the other part for me, my favorite part in this book was when you talk about Murphy Brown. And you are, I mean, throughout this book, I don't know how many of you have read it, but you're remarkably candid about, your career, and you're constantly saying, well, my film career was this, it wasn't that great, and then I became like famous, and then it was such a shock for you to be, suddenly the center of so much attention as Murphy Brown and such a successful show. So talk about what that was like when you, decided why you decided to go into TV, how you met Diane English, and how the show came. We can't hear it often enough, how Murphy Brown came into being, because she remains such as you say, people come up to you and say, if it hadn't been for Murphy Brown,
yeah.
I wouldn't be this, I wouldn't be that. She really was such a...
The show and the character of Murphy had a huge impact on many young women or young girls who would watch it often with their moms. And I had my daughter, and I hadn't really worked for three and a half years, and I was starting to get a little crazy. I didn't want to work, but my husband suggested that I might want to consider it because I was going nuts. And my agent sent me a script, and I didn't read it for a couple of weeks, and finally he called and said, I have to tell them something. So I read it on a plane back to New York. My daughter was sleeping on the floor, and she was very little then, so it wasn't like she was a drunk or something sleeping on the floor. And as I was reading it, I thought, this is the best comedy writing I have ever read. It was just knocked me flat how smart and sassy and witty and intelligent it was, because Murphy not only was highly witty, but to be a writer on Murphy, you not only had to have the comic chops, you had to be aware of what was happening politically in the country, in the world, and you had to be very current on events. So that was also a bonus of doing the show, because you felt that your brain wasn't going dead in many areas while you were doing this all-consuming half-hour comedy.